Welcome to our first lesson on cell division. In this lesson, we will cover chromosomes, the cell cycle, and mitosis. The key questions are: what is a chromosome? What is the cell cycle and what are the stages involved? What is mitosis? When does mitosis occur? How do you recognize mitosis? The key terms that you'll need to know are chromosome, gene, cytokinesis, parent cell, daughter cells. In the nucleus of a cell, the DNA is wound into a tight spiral. These spirals are called chromosomes. A section of a chromosome is called a gene. A gene is a code for a protein that is made in the body. These proteins are responsible for every characteristic in an organism. In nearly all cells, chromosomes are in pairs. This means that there are 2 genes for each characteristic, although the genes may have different forms. This will be covered later in the genetics topic. For now, we need to know that chromosomes carry a large number of genes. It is these genes that provide the genetic material to make new cells and organisms. Cells go through a series of events called the cell cycle. The cell simply grows and prepares to divide. The process by which the cells divide is called mitosis. This kind of cell division is used for growth and repair of tissues. Before a cell can divide, it must go through the cell cycle. This ensures that the genetic material is copied and that the cell has enough subcellular structures to divide into 2 cells. The cell cycle. Task: look at the diagram of the cell cycle and list all of the different phases in order. Add notes to your list to explain what is happening. The first stage of the cell cycle is called G1 or gap 1. During this phase, the cell grows. It makes extra cytoplasm and grows bigger. The second stage is the synthesis stage or S. During this phase, the cell replicated all of the genetic material. This is so that 2 nuclei can be made, one for each daughter cell. In the third stage, gap 2 or G2, the cell grows new organelles so that both cells will have what they need. The genetic material is also checked during this stage. Following this stage, mitosis occurs. This is the dividing of the genetic material into 2 cells. Following this, the physical division takes place with the cytoplasm splitting and new cell membrane forming during cytokinesis. Mitosis. Mitosis produced 2 genetically identical cells. They are identical to each other and the parent cell that they came from. This type of cell division is how an organism grows and repairs any tissue. Specialized cells can divide in this way to create more of the same type of cell. Task: if the parent cell contains 46 chromosomes, how many will each daughter cell contain? In humans, all cells except for the gametes contain 46 chromosomes. This means that when mitosis occurs, all daughter cells will also contain 46 chromosomes. The cell cycle can be represented by a pie chart showing the time a cell spends in each phase. The larger the section of the pie chart, the longer the cell spends in that phase. A circle is 360 degrees. This means that if you needed to work out the amount of time a cell spends in each phase, you could divide the time for the whole cycle by 360 to find out what 1 degree is worth, and then multiply by the size of the angle for the phase needed. Task: complete this AQA exam question. This question is about the cell cycle. A. Chromosomes are copied during the cell cycle. Where are chromosomes found? Tick one box. Cytoplasm, nucleus, ribosomes, vacuole. B. What is the name of a section of a chromosome that controls a characteristic? Figure 1 shows information about the cell cycle. C. What stage of the cell cycle in Figure 1 takes the most time? Tick one box. Cell growth, copying of chromosomes, mitosis. D. During mitosis, cells need extra energy. Which cell structures provide most of this energy? Tick one box. Chromosomes, cytoplasm, mitochondria, ribosomes. E. The cell cycle in Figure 1 takes 2 hours in total. The cell growth stage takes 45 minutes. Calculate the time taken for mitosis. Figure 2 shows some cells in different stages of the cell cycle. F. Which cell is not dividing by mitosis? Tick one box. G. Cell E in Figure 2 contains 8 chromosomes. Cell E divides by mitosis. How many chromosomes will each new cell contain? Tick one box. H. Why is mitosis important in living organisms? Tick one box. To produce gametes, to produce variation, to release energy, to repair tissues. Extension. The cell cycle in an onion root tip cell takes 16 hours. Calculate the length of time stage 2 lasts in a typical cell if 4 out of 36 cells were viewed as being in this stage.